Today we got a toolbox tour of a Husky. Been a diesel mechanic for a while in automotive. How long you been wrenching?
Since I was a kid.
Since you were a kid, so 25 years?
Somewhere around
Probably
there.
about that. Let's go ahead and see your main drawer, your most used one you got here. She's full. Quite a bit of crap, a lot of big sockets. You got a lot of snap-on sockets?
Yep.
You prefer snap-ons over other brands?
Yep.
Or
easier to replace.
easier to replace?
That's the only reason.
The only reason?
They'll break just like anything else.
Brand are these here?
Gear wrench, bolt biters.
Gear wrench, bolt biters. They work pretty good?
Excellent.
What's that guy?
It's a driveline socket.
Ah, for big trucks?
Yep.
For cars, trucks?
Big trucks. Same deal.
That right there's good, easy to have one. That's snap-on too?
Yep. Both of them are. Spline sockets for your lugs. Two most commons I've run into. And the rest of them just spares except for that 21.
What you got in the red case?
Some cheap impact sockets and
Cowhawk?
yeah, and one Harbor Freight.
One Harbor Freight. You lose one?
Yeah.
So you got a custom one there, huh?
Yeah, that's for a cat oil pressure sensor.
Cat oil pressure sensor.
On the older cats.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Didn't have the socket, couldn't get one that day, so I cut it. Another socket.
For O2 sensors or oil pressure sensors.
O2 Cajun bolt socket.
That's
three-quarter
snap-on Cajun bolt socket.
Yeah.
These are a lot thicker than the main Cajun bolt sockets you get from Lyle. They're a lot, so you could use these. Good. You could use these actually on an impact.
Yep, they're good. I've had good luck with them. My snap-on breaker bar, I ain't broke it yet. I've been trying though.
Been trying to break it to get it replaced?
Yeah, the ears are starting to go.
Yeah, definitely. Let's check out your wrenches, or if you want, just start at the top and we'll just go down. Might make it easier for you.
This drawer is just miscellaneous.
So it's kind of like a junk drawer?
Yeah.
Hell, everyone's got to have a junk drawer.
Drill gauge. Old school tape. Markers.
Tire pressure gauge, markers, mirror.
Token pins.
Hell yeah.
Spark plug thread chasers.
Yeah, those are good to have. Or the O2 sensor chasers, those are good.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you don't need any of that stuff.
Let's see. I got some other good stuff in here that I really like to use when you don't want nothing to come apart.
Yeah.
Lock.
That'll definitely do that.
Cajun bolt. Some more good lock juice. Drill bits, taps, a whole assortment of junk.
Hammerhead, scrapers. I see a semi-lug nut. What's that little crescent wrench you got?
That's a Blue Point.
A little Blue Point?
Yeah, 4-inch. I use it for taps a lot and easy out.
See some studs in there, big drill bits.
Yep. Oh, I should have a 1-inch in here, I think. That's about as big as it goes up to, I think, that I got. That's a 1-inch Irwin. Pretty good bits.
Good size bit.
I had some left-handed bits. They all got ransacked by another person.
Yeah, it ain't ever good losing tools. Then you got to replace them, and
yeah, and they
you got to pay. Yeah, you got to pay double.
That's just junk.
Another junk drawer.
A few specialty tools and a lot
light
of my
socket, grinder
papers,
wheels,
warranty papers, stuff like that. And over here, got most of my pliers and stuff, just junk.
Snap-on line wrenches.
Yeah.
I have some gear wrenches, and whenever you put them on a high load, they will kind of spread. But them snap-ons, I compared them to mine before, and they are thicker.
They don't spread.
They will not spread.
Custom wrenches I've made over the years.
And these are awesome too.
Yeah, hose clamp.
For hose clamp pliers. Only thing that sucks about these snap-on ones are about $200, but
they're worth it.
They're awesome.
6.5 turbo diesel injector line wrench I made for getting to them. Works really good. Oil filter wrench. Another oil filter wrench.
Irwin vice grips. What's this guy for? Because I bet a lot of
That is a distributor wrench for Chevrolets.
Yeah, I figured a lot of the younger generation won't know what that guy's for.
It's a piece of junk.
You don't see as many old distributors coming in the shops anymore. They're almost a thing of the past.
When we do, I'm usually the one that does them. So
you working a lot of the older stuff then?
Yep, that's what I grew up with.
Very nice.
And I got some older wrenches, OTC, Owatanas. Been good tools. I've had them for years. They were my grandpa's.
So you got Milwaukee Power Tools up top. Is that your choice preferred, I assume?
Yep. Milwaukee Power Tools.
Is there any reason, or is it just quality? Or
quality and ease of getting them.
Not letting them down?
Mm-hmm.
Wrench drawer?
Yep. All different brands. My main brand, though, that I like is Wright's. They're quality wrench, very good, heavy duty.
USA?
Yep. They are expensive, though.
So I got to ask you, the first thing I see here is a wrench that says Ding Dong. Tell me the story on that one.
I work with an idiot, and he decided to ride on it.
What size is it? Well, that's a 41 and a 38.
There's two of them in there. One fits a fan hub perfectly. Use it with a hammer and takes the knot off. These are handy. These are torque adapters for my 3/8 torque wrench, all standard size, but they work great.
It's like Snap-on as well?
Yep. Good heavy duty.
So quite a few different wrenches there. I see Harbor Freight's in there.
Yeah, there's some
Carlisle, gear wrench.
Gear wrench. Another Ding Dong that the idiot wrote on.
It says Ding Dong. Oh, so the actual brand is called Wingding.
Winding.
Winding? Japanese or Chinese?
Something.
I must explain the Ding Dong.
Or
Wingding.
Korean.
Wingding. Hand me that Wingding. Hand me that Wingding socket.
After that, come down here to my wooden drawer.
So that's like a good work surface. Do paperwork on it, huh?
I got a Power Pro torch set, soldering iron / heat gun. I use it quite a bit.
Do a lot of wiring work here?
Yeah, we do. Have to solder, do some plastic work with it and other stuff. It's good setup, real good. And I got chemicals in here.
So you got more Snap-on T-handles back there?
Torque drivers.
Oh, the Torques?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen them in the Torques. Usually people got them in the Hex, so.
This is a heater valve for a semi.
Say it looks like for a big truck. Snap-on screwdrivers too.
Stanley tape measure. And I got that little ratcheting screwdriver. I love it.
Yeah, those are awesome. I got one as well of them, just one of them. Those are like $100-something for one, but they are awesome though.
And I got Snap-on test light.
That's the corded one.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the cordless one. I hear they're trustable, but I don't know, just something about it.
And I got this set here, Snap-on screwdrivers. They're okay. I think they're overpriced, honestly. I've had problems with them in the past, and then
fuses, AC O-rings, butt connectors, some plugs. Looks like a couple radiator plugs in there too.
Hydraulic plugs.
Looks like some studs.
Yep.
You never know when you need some of that stuff.
Brake bleeders.
Vacuum line. A couple vacuum line tees I see. Yep. There you go. That's good to have. Little metal cases like that.
And I got Permatex gasket.
That stuff is awesome for hose. You don't want the leak. You want that hose to stick on there. That's what you use.
Liquid electrical tape.
That liquid electrical tape does work.
Pipe dope.
Pipe dope. You got to have that on your brass fittings.
Assembly lube.
Assembly lube. You do any engine work here?
Yeah. Weather strip adhesive.
That stuff works awesome.
Dielectric grease. Lithium grease. Snap-on Allen wrenches. I got both sets.
The standard and the metric.
Yeah. I got some Carlisle screwdrivers. Believe it or not, these have been really good. Coolant tester.
Brake
People, if you
caliper
don't
grease.
use it, you need your head kicked in. It's good stuff. Works
Yep,
good.
definitely grease them slide pins when you're doing brakes on vehicles. What's that guy?
It's a spare ABS tone ring I had to remove
ABS
from my
tone
hub
ring.
because
Okay.
it wasn't set up for the
Kind of an
ABS.
odd looking one.
Battery brush, some copper NICs, and good old inch of tape.
MSHA tape. I worked out a job before and they wouldn't let me use it on a truck. They said no MSHA stuff allowed.
That's the best stuff there is.
I know it. I know it. They said if we're not underground, we ain't using it. I said, whatever.
These are handy to have in a pinch.
Is that torch or?
Yeah, torch set. Goes T10 to T40. The old school, made in Chicago, Eklund tools. Pretty good tools. These were another thing that was my grandfather's.
You got like a go-to favorite light you use or anything like that? Yeah, hold on. See, you got a couple snap-ons up there. This is the double-sided snap-on one. This is the single side, but you could flip it down and just run it off that side. So this is kind of like the puck style they got.
Yeah.
I think that one's 1,000 lumens.
Yeah, it is. Or 1,200.
It has like 8-hour run time.
Yep.
So you got a snap-on UV light there too. Is that what that is?
That's for testing AC for dyes.
Yeah, it's about time for that.
More panel tools. The best lube you'll ever find for penetrating oil.
Kroll's expensive. It is some good stuff though.
$30 but it is worth it.
So how's the Husky box been? It holds up good? You like it?
I've had good luck with it. I've had it for 4 years now. I ain't never had no problem with it. Never broke. These lights here are pretty good. Light band. They're really good. Bright.
It's pretty bright.
1,000 lumen. Pretty good for when you're on road calls and stuff at night. Back to here. It's a decent Ratchet, Carlisle, but my go-to is right there for 3/8.
That's a 3/8 snap-on?
Yeah, flex head snap-on.
That's a pretty long one.
Yeah, I like being able to over-tighten stuff.
That's a neat little guy.
That's my go-to 1/4-inch drive.
That's one of those multi-position ones, ain't it?
Yeah.
That is pretty neat. I've used them a couple times on transfer cases up top, and they've worked before on some things.
I will not let this one go. I love it. And I got my speed handles. I got 1/2-inch. I think that's a Lee brand. That's a pretty good one.
What do you got in this case over here?
And another snap-on speed handle.
It's in that case over there.
That is my flip sockets for lugs. Goes in half sockets. 21, 21.5.
Oh, so those are good on like Ford lug nuts, definitely, huh?
Yeah.
Those 19.5s.
Yeah. And got my swivels. Got snap-on swivels there and a little Craftsman swivel.
Got the O-rings on there so it doesn't flop around as much. It is a good mechanics trick. I do it on mine as well.
It works. And I got my extensions over here, most of them. Then here's another one of my favorites. Little snap-on palm ratchet, TS72, 72 tooth ratchet. Pretty nice.
1/4-inch drive.
Yep. Handy on dash work. If you ain't got one, get one from Snap-on. They're worth it.
That's the Wobble Plus, ain't it?
Yeah. Well worth it.
Show me what that does.
You get a little extra angle off of it, or you can lock it all the way in for a good solid fit.
And it's a straight. Okay. That's pretty neat.
Which I don't recommend them for impact, but it works. 8mm 12-point Detroit ECM socket. the bolts that hold it to the block.
See their hammer drawer. What kind of hammers he got?
A variety.
A variety. You're definitely like an older school, like the wooden handles, don't you?
Yep. That's an old rubber headed with a regular head on the other side. Snap on dead blow with the metal head. Little Ace. I believe that's from Ace. Ball peen. My little pecker.
Call out
From
your
Blue
little pecker.
Point. Yeah. Because you'll peck at something. And I got a swing in there. I just ain't put back home yet. And I also have little baby brass.
That is a little guy.
And then when I'm doing real little stuff and I just need to barely tap something in,
Now that.
right there.
Yeah, now let's see. That is me. And this is the guy she told you to not worry about right there.
That's an old German crossbeam engineer's hammer. Weighs about 4.5 pounds.
Is it old?
Yeah. I got one at home that's even older. It's from the Maker's Mark's like 1890 something on it. I can't remember what it is now.
You have a drawer you keep like specialty stuff in, like I guess like coolant pressure tester, like seal drivers, kind of like blow molded cases. There you go.
That's a master brake caliper tool set.
Okay, for the spin-in brakes on rears usually.
Astro pneumatic.
Astro.
Pretty good set. I just don't like the case. It don't hold it in there.
They fall out there. Yeah.
But it'll do the calipers that's got the pins and all that. It does pretty good on that. And I got snap-on cooling system pressure tester. Goes up to 35 psi.
Those are definitely awesome to have. You pretty much have to have them anymore.
Yep. And some metal working clamps. This is my welding shield.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's real tight. You can get into tight places with it. That's why I bought it. I was welding on pneumatic tankers up over the axles, in between the axles and the frame on the discharge pipe. And I had to have something to get in there. Regular hood wouldn't work. So I bought that. Outrageously priced, but it works good.
How much that guy cost you?
I think it was around $500 or $600.
$500 or $600 comes with that shield or mask or whatever you want to call that as well.
Right there and some other stuff.
That's pretty neat. What's in your big red case down there?
That is a master disconnect set. For fuel lines and AC lines, all that.
Now that is awesome. That's got quite a few more pieces than the set mine has. What brand's this one? It's like AST or Astro or
can't remember. I think it's. Oh, it don't say.
It doesn't say on the box, so.
No, I can't remember what it was. It come off the Snap-on truck. It ain't Snap-on brand, but it works really good.
So that's your timing light?
Yeah. Someone borrowed it and left it a mess. It works. It's just a cheap Innova. I ain't doing no race engines or nothing, so I don't need nothing super special. About the only thing special we get around here is the 55 that my parents got that I've worked on. Pretty good little light though. Cheap, but it works. I think that was an AutoZone special. My Rosebud, old Victor. It's handy to have. Button sleeves. Some metalworking clamps. Gasket material. Some magnets. Old school Sonic Impact.
A 1/2-inch drive?
Yeah, from 80s or 90s. I've had it since I was a kid. That was my first Impact. Still works, I think. We'll find out.
Sounds healthy.
I've tried to take care of it over the years.
What about pliers? What's your like go-to plier?
Well, you won't find it in my toolbox.
You won't find it in your toolbox?
No. Knipex.
Knipex. These are awesome. I have the 12-inch and I got a big pair. Looks like the 8-inch pair. Those are awesome. I don't think you could beat a pair of them Cobras.
I love them.
No other slip and groove pliers are compared to them.
I got them, and where'd they go?
Yeah, that's not pliers.
No, them are cheapos. Probably cool.
How deep your pockets go?
Thread pitch gauge.
Thread pitch gauge.
I'm missing my little pliers. Huh. Ah, I lost that set. And my other pliers are in this drawer.
Looks like adjustables, pipe wrenches, and pry bars. PWZs.
They're awesome.
That's the 3s. They're pretty good size. The 4s are massive. There's the 1s.
These, you won't need anything else, most likely. These will take care of most of your jobs.
Anything bigger and you're working on just massive stuff.
Gear wrench, adjustable, indexable, extendable, pry bars.
Pretty good size.
I use them a lot when I have to do fabricating work on trailers that they don't make parts for anymore. I have to bend stuff. Another Wright product, 24-inch crescent. Good brands. My go-to pry bars are Snap-on. The striking pry bars are awesome. Another pair of vice grips. Here you go.
That looks old.
That is old. I don't know how old, but it's old.
Is that just an adjustable wrench?
Yeah, it's smooth jaw, like almost like a pipe wrench, just smooth jaw. I got a little Fairmount sleeve up there also. Right here. It's the same purpose, the same system, smooth jaws for plumbing fixtures and stuff, so you don't maul them up.
That makes sense. Okay. So the teeth don't just dig into them.
Mm-hmm.
What's that big wrench toward the bottom that looks thick?
That is a Wright 1 5/8. I was using that for when I had to hammer on suspension bolts on them trailers. I was making new hangers for the axles and everything. I'd have to use these to torque the bolt nuts down because everything else was slipping and breaking off. So I bought this. It worked pretty good. It ain't giving me no problems. That's my old rigid pipe wrench I found on the side of the highway. 24-inch.
Can't beat free.
No. not at all. Still got good jaws in it. My torque wrenches and files.
Snap-on torque wrench,
Yeah.
1/2 inch.
Yep. That was my nephew's. He's gone now, so I ended up buying that so it didn't go back.
What's the smaller one? 1/4 or 3/8?
3/8.
3/8.
Digital snap-on.
That's that power blue color. I like that
Yeah.
color.
They work great.
The reason you choose the snap-on since they're so much pricier than other brands, or?
Well, at the time I was redoing a N14 and everything had to be torqued to spec and all that. I didn't have torque wrench and truck was there, so I bought it. Not the greatest idea, but it worked.
Yeah.
Oval race punches.
Those are awesome. They don't slip off as easy.
No.
And them long ones are awesome for beating out the wheel seals and big hubs.
Yep. Small oval. Old Stanley level from the turn of the century.
That is pretty
Cast
old.
iron, heavy as heck. Cut off wheels, some files, motor files I got. Triangles.
You work on a lot of heavy duty stuff as well, then it seems like too, right?
Yeah. Snap-on crimpers.
Those are awesome. I have a pair of them, and I have a Mac pair as well.
Snap-on the LN47 ACFs.
Yeah, I have the bigger pair of them too, and at first I didn't like them. I thought they were overrated.
I still think they are overrated.
Whenever they were all on TikTok, but I like them more now than I used to.
My needle nose, I love them.
Those are awesome.
My snap-on strippers.
See, I like them strippers because the strippers are in the front rather than the rear, so you ain't got to reach the pliers around a bundle of wires to get them in there to strip them back.
These are handy.
Duck bills?
Yeah.
I don't have a pair of them yet.
They're awesome. I use them quite a bit. Those I don't use ever.
See, that's the pair I do use quite a bit.
I don't ever use them.
I have a pair of them and Snap-on and Cornwell.
And I got them little cheapos. They work pretty good. Ideal brand. I don't know.
AC sniffer?
Yep. It works when you got AC system open or leak on it. Some more files. Cut off wheel.
There's more nut bolt biter sockets down there too. Those are the deeper ones.
Milwaukee heat gun. Cordless.
That's pretty neat. I've never used one of them.
Patching tarps on the semis. Snap-on convertibles. Retaining ring plier set. Pretty nice tools for smaller jobs. Go from inner to an outer just by twisting them.
That makes it easy. You ain't got to pop them off or screw them down, or even the quick release ones. That seems even easier.
They're pretty good. I like them. Wow, 1/2 inch impact driver.
That's what you hit with the hammer to break things free.
You can use socket on this one too.
3/8 drive.
No, 1/2 inch.
1/2 inch, and then you got the adapter for the bits.
Yep, I got 2 of them. And I got the bits still right there. Don't hardly ever use it anymore, but I got it.
That's pretty neat. Looks like you got quite a bit of stuff packed in this box.
11-piece gasket punch set for cutting out gasket holes, for bolt holes and stuff in gaskets. Just strike it on the end with it on the gasket material and pop a hole right through it.
That is awesome.
Goes from 1/4 to 1 inch. Another handy thing to have. Nice little set of extractors here for smaller stuff. Only problem I ever have with them is on the smallest ones. If you get it out, most of the time it's locked in there and won't come back out. You got to replace the extractor.
Well, how do you get them out? Or
twist them the other way?
I mean, what if you can't? Because you can't beat a punch
Replacement.
through them. Just got to get them warranted.
Yep.
You got no problem doing that. Your guy doesn't.
No, he never gives me no fits. He's a good guy. I don't abuse them, but their tools are meant to be worked. And this is a Blue Point Allen set.
Yeah, I got that same
Goes
set.
up to 3/4 and H19s from H
So the metric and
2.5 to an H19 and I think eighth all the way up to 3/4. That's just extra old taps and stuff that I've collected over the years. You never know what you might need. Some steel balls. And over here, this is my brake tools. That's my caliper tool that I use the most. Push calipers back. That's handy.
Got snap on?
Yeah. That is my grandpa's old tap set. Made by Little Giant. I don't get much use out of it, but it works.
Wood case. You don't see that no more at all. Hardly the metal ones anymore.
My flaring kit. For flaring brake lines. Blue Point. I'm not impressed with it. It don't work that good. That is a brake spoon for the Lucas Girling brake system. It's a nightmare to use them. Well, not to use these, but work on the Lucas Girling systems. The hydraulic heavy duty truck brake is what it is, and they are horrible. My old Fluke multimeter.
Can't go wrong with a Fluke.
Brakes,
Brakes, yep.
Gear
Spring
rings.
brakes. Steering wheel compressor lock plate down there.
Yep. There's the other threaded piece for it. Tubing bender. Pipe cutters. And down here, oh, it's heavy. Got seal driver and bearing race driver set from Snap-on.
That's awesome. That's a lot better than some of the aluminum ones. Them won't mar up as easy.
Yeah.
This is the smaller set, or the medium maybe they offer. They got a big one too, don't they?
Yeah, this is the medium set. I think it's a 9-piece or I can't remember. I don't say.
Yeah, that's an awesome kit to have.
Yeah, it's 9-piece. And then down here, got my 3/4 stuff. Some of it.
Crescent?
Yeah, it's cheap. It works. I ain't a total tool whore. It works good. Goes up to a 2-inch. He is talking about Milwaukee. Here's my Milwaukee drill.
That is a bat to the bone drill.
It's a whole hog. It's great. My impact.
That's an old
IR
school.
3/4.
3/4?
Yep. Model 261. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, awesome. I appreciate you for showing us everything. You got quite a bit packed into that double bank box.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for showing us everything.
ain't no problem.